Who are we here with today?
Ella Allen.
What has been your most memorable part of high school?
The bus rides.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
My favorite school lunch is corn dogs, and my favorite lunch memory is when Allison got her shoes tied together at lunch and then stood up, and then her tray flew across the lunchroom.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Go get coffee.
And what is your favorite school-related activity?
I really liked volleyball.
Thank you, Ella. Who are we here with today?
Daniel Ali.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to ask you some questions. What is your most memorable part of high school?
Showing up to class and trying my best.
What has been your favorite school lunch and school memory?
Probably the pizza sticks from Huffman's. And my favorite memory, just doing school stuff, having fun at school.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Always show up to school and try your best.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
I enjoyed TPing, especially when we went to Miss Keenitz's house and Mr. Gates.
Thank you, Daniel. Who are we here with today?
Mackenzie Courtney.
Hi, Mackenzie. What is your most memorable part of high school?
When the girls would skip classes to go get coffee together.
What has been your favorite school lunch and memory you made?
I don't normally eat the school lunch, but I do help out. So, I guess chatting to you guys while you're in line.
And what is your advice for younger classes?
Keep achieving your goal and don't be affected by other people's opinions.
And what is your favorite school-related activity?
Probably cat and mouse when we all meet up in the park and run around town.
I love that. Thank you, Mackenzie.
You're welcome.
Who are we here with today?
Seth Blackstock.
Seth, what is your most memorable part of high school?
Probably the Dow Warden shop. That was pretty fun.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Probably sweet and sour chicken. My favorite memory was going back for seconds with the sweet and sour chicken.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Drugs would have been cheaper.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Leaving.
Thank you, Seth. Who are we here with?
Emily White.
All right, Emily, what is your most memorable part of high school?
My sophomore year was my favorite part of high school because my cousin Carol was here.
What has been your favorite school lunch?
The circle pizzas.
What has been your favorite school lunch memory?
Going home for lunch to see my family.
And what is your advice for younger classes?
Have confidence and never give up.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
I like homecoming because you get to be with your classmates and have fun.
Thank you, Emily. Who are we here with?
Tavo Latin.
Tava, what was your most memorable part of high school?
Parties.
What has been your favorite school lunch?
Pizza.
What has been your favorite school lunch memory?
Pizza.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Go to parties.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Parties.
Thank you, Tava.
Who are we here with today?
Jenna Adams.
What was your most memorable part of high school?
Probably hiding outside of Tavo's house before I was trying to kill him during Senior Assassin.
Kill him. What has been your favorite school lunch and also the memory you made with being on lunch?
I would probably say the hamburgers. That's the only thing I would go to lunch for. And then I really enjoyed the Orby gun fights we would have at lunch. It was really fun.
Those are deadly. Advice for younger class.
Really go out of your comfort zone and join all the school activities and just put yourself out there. Have fun.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Probably homecoming and TPing all the teachers' houses. That's really fun. It's my favorite part.
Yep.
Who are we here with today?
Logan.
What is your most memorable part of high school?
Probably smacking Gates in the head with a wet piece of toilet paper.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
I don't really eat school lunch, but just whatever.
And memory?
Probably just leaving the school to go get lunch.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Go to school, stay in school.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Football.
Thank you, Logan. Who are we here with today?
Bodie.
Bodie, what is your most memorable part of high school?
When 3:45 hits and we get out of school.
What has been your favorite school lunch and favorite lunch memory?
Probably the chicken patties, and then my favorite memory was when we had a food fight.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Younger classes, just stay in school and do your book learning, study like I did, and don't fool around.
Love that. What is your favorite school-related activity?
Probably like algebra 2 or physics or something.
Thank you, Bodie. Who are we here with?
Eric Pitcher.
Eric, what is your most memorable part of high school?
Probably when we had study hall with JV Chandler in the 7th grade. Just all those days.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Got to be the chicken patties. And favorite lunch memories when we wore masks in 1st grade when they turned the lights off with Mr. Hess.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Have fun. Mess with the teachers that like being messed with.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Sports. Final answer.
Thank you, Eric. Who are we here with today?
Maya Flores.
Hi, Maya. What is your most memorable part of high school?
My most memorable part of high school would be playing cat and mouse.
What has been your favorite lunch meal and lunch memory?
My favorite meal would have to be pizza, always hits, and memory is skipping little kids in line.
What is your advice for the young classes?
Find your people, get outside, try new things, and just kind of have fun.
And what is your favorite school-related activity?
My favorite school-related activity would be homecoming.
Thank you so much, Maya. Who are we here with today?
Montana.
What has been your most memorable part of high school?
Probably the spirit weeks or like homecoming or something.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Favorite school lunch, probably sweet and sour chicken. And favorite lunch memory? I don't really know, honestly. Eating after being hungry all day.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Just don't crash out.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Probably sports or field trips.
I love that. Thank you, Montana.
Thank you.
Who are we here with today?
Hayden Zenelik.
Hayden, what is your most memorable part of high school?
Probably when we were having a Dow Award shop.
What is your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Favorite school lunch had to be pizza. And what?
Your lunch memory.
Lunch memory, probably Kale White in the car.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Don't gamble.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
I don't like the school, so I don't do anything with them.
Thank you, Hayden. Who are we here with today?
Allison Benson.
All right, Allison, I'm going to ask you some questions. What is your most memorable part of high school?
I would say playing volleyball with my friends.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
My favorite lunch is probably just chicken strips or something. And then my favorite lunch memory is just going to the park with my friends, getting coffee, stuff like that.
What is your advice for younger classes?
My advice for younger classes is probably just make the most of the time that you're here because it really does fly by, you know?
What is your favorite school-related activity?
I like homecoming week. I like to play cat and mouse and hostage.
I love that. Thank you, Allison.
Yep.
with today?
Addison Spear.
All right, Addison, what is your most memorable part of high school?
My most memorable part of high school is running a meme page as a freshman and bullying seniors.
What has been your favorite school lunch?
The sweet and sour chicken back in the day with the old cook.
What has been your favorite school lunch memory?
My favorite school lunch memory is when we went to the park.
What is your advice for younger classes?
To dress up for the theme days.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Graduation altogether. Very fun.
I love that. Thank you, Addison. Who are we here with today?
Wyatt Pyle.
What has been your most memorable part of high school?
Hanging out with the boys.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Oh, spicy chicken sandwich and driving around with the boys.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Right here. Life is short, make the good times last.
And what is your favorite school-related activity?
I would have to say lifting. Lifting's really good.
Thank you, Wyatt. Who are we here with today?
Ramsey Rainsmith.
What is your most memorable part of high school?
I would say probably cyberbullying, but just because it was bad.
What has been your favorite school lunch and lunch memory?
Definitely chicken Sammy's. Oh, and memory. We would collect all those fruit cups and then just like eat. I think we actually had 25, for sure.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Don't cyberbully. Be a good kid.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
Probably sports.
Thank you, Ramsey. Who are we here with today?
Dude,
What is your most memorable part of high school?
I don't know, just seeing friends.
What has been your favorite lunch meal and your lunch memory?
I like going to lunch and messing around in the parking lot.
What is your advice for younger classes?
Don't listen to life advice from teachers because they're also very young and they're not all there. So just remember that.
What is your favorite school-related activity?
I liked lifting.
Thank you, Dean.
Yeah.